Jesus taught his disciples to pray, "Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven." One of my favorite modern renderings of this prayer is, "God, may all of your dreams for us come true." And this is the root of our Catalyst mission. We want to be full participants in seeing all of God's dreams come true. Our Catalyst mission is to be catalysts for all of God's dreams to come true at Second Baptist Church, around the greater KC metro region, and throughout our world. So how do we do this? We do this intentionally, generously, and together. For those new to Second Baptist Church, Catalyst is what we call our ministry plan. We call it a ministry plan instead of a church budget as a way of emphasizing everything we do together as church is ministry. Our Catalyst ministry plan then serves as an intentional 2-year map for ministry. Why 2 years? Because we believe there's great value in long-term planning. Things may change, but we find it strategically helpful to plan for longer than a 1-year arc. During the coming weeks, we hope you begin to catch the vision we are casting. How does all of this come together? A vision is cast for the overarching goals of our church. Church leaders work together in groups small and large to set plans for the work ahead. Church leadership reviews, revises, and refines these plans along with their funding needs. And finally, the plans are presented to the church for consideration, inspiration, and ultimately, generous communal commitment. If you've been around for at least 2 years, you know how much work we put into emphasizing our Catalyst plan. We promote it, we show you videos, we emphasize it in our worship services, we give you a lot of opportunities through publications to understand what we're doing and why we're doing it. We do this because we believe this is about more than voting on a budget. This is about the work of God in the world. This is about the ministry and mission of our church. This is about some of the most important things we get to do in this life. This is about more than a simple business meeting, and that's why it's so important to us. In the midst of multiple ways of presenting the plan, we have the opportunity to prayerfully pledge our support to the next Catalyst ministry plan through prayer, service, and generous financial support. If you haven't given before, we urge you to consider giving. If you have given, we ask you to prayerfully consider increasing your support. Finally, we ask you to vote on it at the church business meeting. John 3:16 reminds us that God so loved the world that God gave so very much, God's one and only Son. It's God's lavish generosity that leads us to respond with our generosity. It's God's lavish generosity that leads us to want to be so generously engaged in the work of God in this world. And that's why we're committed as a church to being catalysts for all of God's dreams to come true.